part of we're going to be talking about here today. Mr. Alfonso has been traveling for months now.
You know what? You know what they did? They said no events for 2 years, and it's like when you're extremely hungry, and you go to a buffet, and you do like 10 events in a row.
Are you like passing right now?
No, like honestly, it brings me even more energy. Like I feed off people. I miss the. I mean, we try to squeeze the. We had the occasional events here and there, like during COVID, but it's always a struggle. People are scared. It's always that mindset as well. Like people are like, I don't know, can I be in a room? Like should I take my mask off or whatever? But I think now it feels like it's behind us.
It really does, eh?
Yeah.
Even though there is we don't think
variants.
And I just have to say, I know I've been telling you how happy I am for you because I traveled with you for 4 years together.
I know.
You just lit up on stage. Like it feels so natural to you. That's your home. You bring so much value to people when you get to speak and be on stage and bring when you bring the best. And I'm so happy for you that you get a chance to do this tour and go around the country and speak to people again.
I love it. It fuels me. It's a necessity. Like I'm like obsessed with it. You know what I mean? I need to connect with people. I need to help the next person because like what we're sharing is important. And it's life transformational. And I feel a calling to be able to share with as many as people who want to hear about it.
Amazing. So let's talk about that. We were just at an event last night.
Crazy.
Absolutely amazing for all of those of you who were there and those who weren't. It was incredible.
I see some people.
I know. I did see some people that were there. So it was absolutely amazing. We had a great time. Alfonso put together this really incredible group. It's called the Wealth Genius, and these are really action takers, multifamily investors. We get together, we learn, we do coaching, we do masterminds, and then Alfonso has been touring the country and doing these live events, and they're always absolutely amazing. Tell me about last night.
Well, you know what? The night before we were in Ottawa, there was like 100 people there, and I woke up on yesterday morning and I was like, oh, drank a little bit too much, and I did feel a bit tired until I got back into that room again, until I started thinking about all the people that I was going to connect with, and I was like, boom, I'm back, and yes sir, Mr. James, and you know what, it was when you put like-minded people in a room together, it's magical, and that's what I feel. It's like everyone brought energy, positive energy, and to see the wealth of knowledge that was being exchanged and people excited about deals, and if you talk to anybody outside of this group, they're like, there's no deals, we don't know what to do, but everybody in this group, like we're all like helping and supporting one another, and it's magical.
I love it. It's been an absolute blast. It's really good energy, and we're just having a really great time. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you putting all this together. I appreciate you going around and the country and giving us all a chance to do these meetups and get together.
Yeah, it's important. My big thing about success is engagement. Making sure people are plugged in, like engaged, like events, meetups, workshops, boot camps, masterminds, online, virtual. We went on the retreat, right? Like these are all opportunities for people to get to grow. And I didn't want to create something like that was already existing. I wanted to create something that could be very different, and it would fit my personality because I'm a people person. And not everybody's the same, but I feel that the majority of people thrive when they're around other people that are doing the same thing that they're trying to do. It becomes contagious. Now we can achieve that on Zoom, but it's not the
It's
same
not the same.
as being in a room, being there, present in a room. Because, you know, you go on Zoom, you got your kids in the background. You know, honey, can you keep that down? I'm trying to be on a mastermind right now. You know what I mean?
Which has happened
Yeah.
multiple times.
We're like, can someone can you guys turn off your mics? And you know, like, and there is a level of community and connection through Zoom, but nothing beats live and
Nothing
connecting
the
with
same.
people and having this. I mean, we could have done this on Zoom,
I know, it's so much
but
better.
the essence of like being in the same room, we can be completely present and here with our friends on your IG. And by the way, this is also on my YouTube channel. Head to my YouTube channel if you want to watch it or watch the recording. But good times.
Good times. Agreed. Thank you so much. I also wanted to talk about what made your real estate journey, your investment journey. You've done so much you've been in this for a long time. You've grown your portfolio to a really great place, and you've been experiencing a huge shift as well in how you invest and where your focus goes.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that and what allows you to have this lifestyle where you're traveling around and you're living your best life and you're focusing on the things that you really want to focus on.
So, not everybody can start here, right? And I always tell people, you know, the reason I am here today and I can live the life that I live today is because of the decisions that I made way back when. And I put in a lot of hours, and I always joke around with people like, you know, I went in there, I would go and buy these really underperforming properties with prostitutes and the meth addicts and the crackheads, and you know, I'd go in there and like you do what you have to do at the beginning to get to where you're trying to go. But you always need to continue to expand. And a lot of us, we get so comfortable doing what we've always done because at the beginning of it, it's exciting. You can't sleep. You know, that crackhead, you gotta get him out. You got him out. You paid him $500, and oh my God, now you turned around this building, and after a while, it becomes normal. Like then this is what you're doing. It becomes extremely comfortable. At that point, you're no longer expanding. And I'm big on expansion and contraction. This idea that you have to be consistent. You have to consistently be expanding. And so, over the years, and I have to say, I have to thank a lot to COVID because the type of increase in equity that we've seen over the past 2 years has been like incredible, where we can now sit down, look at our portfolio, and we can say, look, this bottom 20%, we can actually create a liquidity event and then now really level up. And the leveling up for me just went, I want it cleaner and leaner, right? And we took all the underperforming, the problematic type of properties, and we got paid really well, millions and millions and millions, where we can now put it into like brand new deals, 60-unit apartment buildings. We're building a 30-unit, we build a 16-unit, like all brand new shiny properties where everybody works for the government and they're doctors and lawyers, and those are your tenants. It's not going to start here for a lot of people. The key is to continue to expand what you're doing. Make sure you get out of your comfort zone. We're doing a deal right now. It's going to be close to about $30 million, right? And that can be scary for a lot of people. $30 million is a lot of money. The raise is going to be close to about $10 million, and to some people that could be extremely scary. But no one starts there. As long as there's a progression, and as long as you can continue to expand, then you are headed the right way. So don't get comfortable. Remember to be uncomfortable and get outside of your comfort zone. Continue to grow, and then now your goals need to match your actions, the actions that you're taking. So if your goal is to create freedom for yourself, but you're running around fighting with like prostitutes and crackheads, well, that's very time intensive, and you can make good money doing that. But then if your goal was to create ultimate freedom so you can travel or do whatever you want, then you're not in alignment with your goals, right? Maybe at the beginning you were, but at some point you shifted. So that's what I would say to people. Like, remember your goals, remember why you started, and are you in alignment with those goals, and are you consistently expanding?
Amazing. I mean, I feel like a lot of us have the same story. I have a similar story. I started very hands-on, very active.
You have to.
You have to.
You can't bypass that part, right? Like, or you connect
you
with
could.
someone. Yeah. Or like if you have the capital,
That's what I was
you
gonna say.
you have the luxury to have someone that's going to put in that time, right? And you can tap into their systems. But
I feel like we've also been doing this full time for a long time,
Yes,
right?
yes.
If you're working full time and you have a full time job and you make good money, you want your money working for you, but you don't have to go through what we went through to get started. You can partner up with people that do this full time, and it's just like we do, right?
this is this part of the business, the active side. It's not for the faint of heart.
It's not.
I'll tell you something. Look, we had bought a property, 36 units. I walked in there and I looked at the boiler and I said, that boiler's gonna go, like in a minute. Sure enough, we bought the property and the boiler goes. It's in Timbuktu, northern Saskatchewan. Okay, so we live in Ottawa. I tell Helene, you got to get on a plane. I'm doing a workshop, Get on a plane because it's December, northern Saskatchewan. The pipes will start bursting. All the tenants were trying to, we're heating their units with their stoves. You know what I mean? And we're like, this is going to be a big issue. So she jumped on the plane, bought like 60 heaters, put them in a truck, rented a truck, drove, 4 hours north, installed them all, waited for the boiler, the people, and all of that was happening while our investors were nice, sleeping in their houses. They didn't even know that it was happening until the quarterly report where we send it out, and this is what happened. We're like, oh my God, all this happened, and you like, you should have told us earlier. I'm like, hey, your job is to do what you do, and we do what we do. Right? So not for the faint of heart.
It's not. And you've been expanding into the passive side too. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so part of our lean and clean initiative is that we only want to do big deals. If we're going to be active, we want to do big, massive deals. But there's also the smaller deals, right? And especially for me, I wanted to create a scenario where it's like, okay, you know what? Like, I don't want to leave those deals on the table, but I just physically don't have the time to do those kind of deals. And this is why I've been investing with a lot of my students, signing checks. I love it. I love signing checks. I'm doing a deal with you, and I know that you know what you're doing, and that's, to me, that's what's most reassuring to me. Because I'm not going to miss out on the smaller stuff. Well, it's relatively, it's 50 units, but it is. I'm not going to miss out on that active, really active side, where you can go and change over all the units, and I miss that because I'm going lean and clean. And lean and clean pretty much means like we're buying brand new or doing developments, and it is what it is. It's, once you buy it, it's like, okay, that's it, And so what you're doing is exciting, but I leave that for you, and I'll just sign a check.
Also the quarterly update. So what I think you put yourself in a really great place too. You feel confident, but like he's been through the deal. He vetted the deal with me. He went through due diligence with me. He ran the numbers with me. He listened to the presentation. He looked into it. And he said, this is a really good deal. It's good enough that I want to invest. Here's, let's do this. Let's do it together. So it's very exciting to have you be part of the process from the inside out, from the beginning, from the moment we had this $1 million contract, from the moment we had a verbal offer on it. It wasn't even like an actual offer just yet. You were the first one to know about it. We've been through the whole process together. This is a 50-unit deal that we're doing in St. John, New Brunswick. So not that small. It will be a $10 million project. So beyond exciting.
And that's helping your expansion. right? And I love being a part of that, right? I love watching people expand and reach for more than they've ever done before. And you know, like I love like I love being a passive partner more than anything now because it's just like I can just watch, you know, and just like sign checks.
Yeah, it's an exciting place to be. I think for a lot of us, reaching that place where our money's working for us and we have the time freedom to really do whatever we want with our time.
Like tour around North America and share more of this life with people, you know?
Yeah, and to really do what you're passionate about, which is teaching and giving that value to people and changing lives and impacting people. That gives you the freedom as opposed to be, you know, handling the tenants or being in that place. And this is what passive investing allows you to do, right? And some people can start from there if they already have.
If you
know,
have the resources, yeah, you have a bit of a head start. I mean, and at the end of the day, you got to think about what your goals are, right? And you know, if you have a job, or you're doing whatever, like if you have a career, you're not trying to change careers, job for another job. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave my job and then do all this other more work. You know, you want to be in my position one day. You just sign checks.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a progression, right?
And I'm starting this early, and I've been telling a lot of people about this. I do believe like that every real estate investor needs to have both. You need to have your passive portfolio that you're growing, and that's doing its work because you want your money working out for you with very little effort and leveraging other people's effort. Then I have my active side where I'm building, so I do both. I have a corporation that runs a passive portfolio where I'm investing in other people's deals. I'm private lending. I put money into mortgages. Then I have my active portfolio that I'm building, that I'm the active side and the managing partner. But don't get me wrong, this is a full-time job. You know, do what we do and manage corporate buildings and operations. It's a full-time job. Requires staff, requires you have a team in the office.
Yes, yeah, big team, right? It's like the thing is like also you don't want to also put too much stress on them, you know. So they're happy when we do the passive deals, you know. They're like, okay, so we just gotta, you know, like
just sign a couple papers.
Yeah. So you know what? It is a natural progression for a lot of people, and if you have the resources and you can already start at that level, where you have already a career that you love, and then you can just have your money work for you in the real estate space with, you know, people like us, then you know what, you're already ahead of the game.
100%, exactly. And this is why I started ACE, because I saw the opportunity was from my own family. Like, my sister has a full-time job. She's really good at what she does. She makes really good money. But she doesn't have that desire to add another job on top of her job. She's like, she told, I don't think she's watching her, but she said to me, she's like, I'm gonna try to get like a property on my own. Like, she searched for a few months, had to do with a few things. She called me back. She's like, never mind. Like, I don't know how you do what you do. Take my money. Like, just invest it for me. Where do I sign? Like, you do this. You've been doing it for years, full time, for a living. You know what you're doing. You do it. I will give you the money, and I will do my job, which I love. So it's a win-win situation for everybody.
It's a hard concept to understand if you don't understand like business, like in a very intricate way, or real estate. You know? I mean, this is how majority of deals have been done. We're not reinventing something here. This is how it's been done through the ages, right? There's always going to be a capital investor. There's going to be someone that's going to be active, that's going to have that opportunity, and then you know this is how deals are done. Like when you invest into Amazon, you're investing into Jeff Bezos and his system and all that to get a return. You're not going to say, well, I'm going to just start my own Amazon.
But you could.
You could, right?
Do you want to?
You just tap into something that, or someone already has a system. They're already doing what they're doing. All you got to do is just tap into their time, their systems, and what they're doing, and you have your money work for you. So it's the same concept. It's hard for some people, but if you're in real estate, you know what's going on.
That's right. Amazing. I love this. It's been such a great time to have you here with us in Toronto.
And you're not going tonight to London.
I can't make it tonight. I'm heading to a real estate event in Niagara Falls, a all women's real estate event. I'm excited for
All
that
women,
as well.
I love.
Right?
You know, like this fires me up. You know, I have two daughters, and my oldest has entered the real estate world, and like I believe that like real estate will be changed forever. You know, the more women can be involved in real estate, you know, for the better.
Agreed. I love that. I mean, she's amazing. She's beginning. She's gotten her first deal, and she's also teaching others.
Yeah.
And I love the power that women can bring into all of this. We have our own unique voice and our own unique skills, and it's so powerful to be able to support each other in that environment and grow together in real estate. So we're looking forward to that event.
Is it going to be speakers?
Yeah. We have a few. There's actually quite a few. Wendy Russell is a speaker.
Nice.
We have Manpreet is going to be speaking as well. So
Nice.
and I'm sure there's a number of others that I'm not remembering right now, but it's going to be a good weekend. I'll be posting some stuff about that.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see that. No, that's incredible. Tell them I can speak too. You know, like.
Maybe you can put a wig on.
Yeah. No, but I've spoken at lots of women events because they're like, look, it's not like the woman, the audience, it's supporting the woman, right? But they need to have insight on like different experts. You know what I mean? Like, and the speakers should be diverse. I mean, I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
Sure. We'll send a note to the directors and planners.
And I look really good in a skirt too. So. Now that's good. You know, a lot of events are happening. The world is opening up. Get out there, like, you know.
Network.
Yeah, network. Connect with people. It's so important. You know, like yesterday, like we were in this. What was it called? The place?
The Courthouse.
The Courthouse. Yeah. So it's nice to have music, and it just like felt like a vibe. You know what I mean? It felt like, yes, like this is life again. Like it's what we needed. It's what the world needed. And you know, in the past few years, there's been so much that we can focus on that can be negative. But when you get out there, you almost forget that some of those things, right? And it's not like we should forget about things that are happening in the world, but if you focus on them, that's not going to do you any good either, you know?
100%. I agree with you. It's about focus and intention, where your thoughts are at, where your mind is at most of the time. I think controlling your emotions and making sure you're in a good place emotionally keeps your momentum going in the best place possible, because that's what you're attracting back to you.
Yeah.
If you're feeling good and you're putting good out there, it comes back
and
to you.
And Sid is saying it's contagious.
It's so contagious.
Yeah,
Exactly.
energy is contagious. Success is more contagious than COVID-19.
I like that. That's praise that right here. This is a quote for you.
That's good. Who else was here? Who else was here?
We got great people here. James made a comment. No Amazon shares were hurting this week.
James, what's going on? What else?
Christina mentioned too. We love you too, Christina.
Yeah, man. A lot of people here. Look, all the love we're getting. Love you guys. Love you guys.
Good.
And people are watching on our YouTube channel as well. It's good. It's good stuff. I love connecting with people. Even like through a medium like this, I feel like when people share things, I can feel people.
Hi. Hi, Ernie, Danielle.
Nice.
Good to see you
What's
guys.
going on? I'd love to know what other events people are going to. You know, if people, could write in the comments what events that are happening. Not even just real estate, like personal development, or what other events are happening in Canada.
The multifamily conference is happening soon.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. How are you gonna have a multifamily conference without the godfather of multifamily? You know what I mean? Just a thought. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Nice.
Amazing. And we have a ton of London events coming up. Is there any other events after
So
London?
we're planning our May and June right now, And the one that I can think of now, it's pretty much I think all May and June we're going to be doing events, but one that one is the retreat, right? At the end of the month, but the first week of June, and don't just look out for it, guys. We're doing a multi-family boot camp, 2-day boot camp in Toronto, in the GTA area. Oh, I missed whatever someone said.
That was Christina.
Okay.
It's like I can't wait to spend 24/7 with you guys in the retreat.
Yeah. Nico Chancho. That's Luis. Nika Chancho. You can wave to him too.
No. There you are. This has been fun. It's always fun chatting with you and having an opportunity to speak with others and put this information out there. I really am giving all right now, like everything that I'm learning, I want to put it out there. I want to share with people. I want to talk about it because
Let's talk like your deal, 50 units. Maybe share that a little bit, before we sign off.
yes, Celine, coffee would be great. Is she listening?
No,
to this
that was a text.
Yeah, let's talk about 50 units. So this was just a really incredible place to be in with this deal. It's rare that you find 50 units anywhere really in Canada that you can purchase like this. But the really great side about this building is, as usual, it's an add value opportunity. It's underperforming, so we're looking to purchase and reposition a portfolio. I also like that it's 4 buildings side by side because that really gives us an option to go in and attack one at a time and still have some income, as we're going through the process. We have over 59 units out in New Brunswick right now, so we're really been growing that market.
You've been focused on, like you want to have like a good hold on it, right?
That's right. We just gives us the ability because we already have a team in place with this 50 unit, and we're looking at 100 units out there, right?
Yeah.
We also have a development. We also have a development opportunity there, so it's just really giving us proof of concept. We've already finalized a bird there, so we've been able to build a team. And growing in one area allows you to do that. I'm not saying only grow in one area, but definitely having enough in one area gives you proof of concept, gives you confidence in the market, gives you stability, gives you the ability to build a team, and gives you momentum.
That's been our strategy. So we go in pockets, right? So we find somewhere that we like, and then we just make sure we can utilize all the resources to the max until it may become saturated. Sometimes places become saturated, then we move to somewhere else. But I love to build. Sometimes I'll buy a building close by just to create that
Yes.
ease of management
Yes.
for us. And the more for us is numbers, right? So the more numbers we have in an area like centralized, it's makes things a lot easier.
That's right. So that's what we're doing. We're building out in St. John. My business partner is in St. John. So his operations boots on the ground there. And what we're so excited about this building is we're looking to double the valuation of this building in 2 years. From where it is now to a $10 million portfolio by repositioning it and bringing it to its highest value. We are very excited about this, and you have an opportunity to buy and hold after that for 5 years and enjoy the brand new buildings with new market rents and enjoy the benefit of ownership for the next 5. So we still have some limited partnership positions available. If you're interested to learn more about this deal, feel free to DM me, and I'm glad to send you some more information on it. But this has been a milestone for me because it's our
When is it closed?
So we're closing at the end of May.
Nice.
So closing soon, and I can't wait. We have everything structured and in place, so we're looking forward to bringing it across the finish line. And it's going to be an exciting one. We're going to be taking pictures and images of our journey too.
I love that. I highly encourage people to do this. At whatever projects you got going on, guys, share it with people. Share it, and it's inspiring, right? It's inspiring to see what other people got going on, and especially a deal like that. Like even from the pictures and the journey that you can share, people can learn a lot from it along the way.
Yeah, so truly life-changing type of deal for us, and looking forward to having you joining us as well. And then moving on to what's next. It's exciting. It's been an exciting
Development.
journey. Development, yes.
No, you know what? Like, guys, so, okay, so, like, I'm mentoring this person, but it's like, I feel like I'm mentoring Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, right? So it's like, I'm like this, it's like, there's only a few tweaks and things that we can talk about because it's like you are so passionate, number one, and you're determined, and that's what I love about you, Adriana. Like it's your determination, never give up attitude. We've had you on my channel before when we talked about that first SDU project where everybody was telling you no and you just kept going, just kept going, just kept going. That's why I'm signing a check. I'm signing a check because I know you're determined and you're gonna see this through. I believe in you, and look at all the love.
Thank you, thank you. 100%. I feel the same. I mean, so blessed to have you back in my life. You were gone for a little while.
I know. What's up with that?
Blessed to have you back, and it's just so much about a friendship here. So honored. This is a really good place for any of you to be. For you to grow, you need to be in the room with people that are way ahead of you.
We've made big deals. We've normalized it. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing a 50 unit. Oh yeah, he's got a 40. He's got a 30. Oh, it's a Tuesday.
It really does. It pushes everybody up with you. Normalize success. Normalize.
Christina says yes. Deals. This is right.
She is like that. Thank you, Christina. Christina is one of our investors as well in a deal. And I'm just going to talk about you, Christina, for a second. Christina and I met like a year ago now, in and around that. She was joining us as a passive investor in our 24-unit building. And I remember the time she was saying, hey, like, I love my job and I just want to invest passive. It's just too much work. Throughout our journey and our friendship, she saw something. She saw a spark, and she saw like an ambition, and she saw like, hey, like you make this seem possible because of you and our friendship. I can see that I can do something like this too. She started training, and look at her go now. Talk about Christina for a second. Like she's
got, I think it's a 48 unit. Her partner. Was it a 48 unit? Or?
I don't know the exact number, but it's high.
She can tell us. Maybe.
Do you have the number there?
She'll let us know.
She just went firm on a 6 units with her business partner. They are killing it. Yeah. She's going full on, and I love that. I love that. That fuels me. That fuels me to see our people reaching that level of success. And the room last night was like, okay, like, because I remember I was like near the bar, and there was a guy came up to me. He's like, "What do you guys do?" And I was like, "We invest in real estate." He's like, "Holy shit!" Sorry about the language. He's like, "Everybody's so happy." And 86, that's what it was. 86 units. So she means business. I mean, she's incredible.
Yeah. And you know what? Everyone's like that. And you put people like that in a room together, you're just like, what is happening to these people? These people like are just not even from planet Earth.
People get shocked by our energy level, our excitement level, and I love that. I love our group. I love that real estate does this. I love that like attracts like, and then you just end up in a room with really a lot of action takers, a lot of good energy, a lot of people that give back. This is something that I wanted to highlight about Wealth Genius that I hadn't seen necessarily in all the groups that I've been part of. Some of them have it, some of them don't. But one of the things I love about the Wealth Genius group is how much value that we give to each other, how much more collaboration happens, how much like I've invested in people's deals in the group, they've invested in mine, we invest together, we grow together, there's partnerships, and I don't see that in a lot of places. Even the fact that Wealth Genius like posts, reposts members' posts and highlights them and gives them props and elevates them. I don't see that in every group, all the other groups out there, and I really appreciate that about Wealth Genius and really how much you have an interest in seeing your students succeed and seeing people like go to the next level, and you make sure you elevate and highlight them as much as you can. And that's so big of you. That's so unique.
I love it. I love people. I love people like reaching success. I love when someone comes in, they're like, well, I don't know, maybe I'll do a duplex or something, and then you see them like 3 months later, they're like, I got an 86-unit building. Jeez, we created monsters. And that fuels me. I mean, that's what really brings me fulfillment, right?
I know that.
And I don't want to be remembered for the doors.
It's not about that.
Yeah, I want to be remembered like at the end of the day when it's all said and done. I want the stories of the people that we've helped. That's what I want to be remembered for.
It's very genuine, and I love that. The impact that you create, that's what you want to be well known for. It's how much impact you've been able to create. And I love that you put together this organization that's doing exactly that. I'm honored to be part of it. And so many of us are getting like our chats going out here with all of our members from Wild Genius. And if you want to be part of, a really great community that's growing and it's focused on building, wealth building and changing your life, but make sure to DM this guy here, or me, DM me, and I'm glad to.
Whoever's available. That was one thing. It's like we're not doing what everybody else is doing, right? It's a very exclusive. It's a very exclusive community. Not because we want to be divas. Don't get me wrong. We're not being divas, but it's not for everyone, right? And maybe the timing. Maybe it's not for everyone at all times, right? And so we made a conscious effort of not like trying to focus on trying to get as many members as possible, but we're looking for quality people, and ultimately the result of that decision has made it so we have a room like we had last night where it's like everybody's so dynamic and everybody's everybody is on fire and can support one another. So we're always protecting the validity of our group. Again, not to be a diva, but to protect, what we have. It's so different. I mean, if you're gonna do what everybody else is doing, then you might as well, you're gonna be in competition. It's just creating our own space here.
That's right. It's a good one.
Nice.
Amazing. This has been so much fun.
I love lives. It feels like we're in a talk, like a daytime talk show. What's it called? Good Morning, Kelly, Regis, and Kathy Lee. Remember?
Yes.
We should have our copies.
See, I need a copy. Yes, we should do this more often as well. It's so nice to see you again and be in person and to be able to do this and offer value to everybody else out there. I know this is going to be going into your YouTube channel. I'm going to put some stuff up as well and make sure that other people can watch this. But I appreciate you coming and joining us for this talk with Alfonso and Adriana. And
yeah, that's such a good show, by the way. Look, James has little copies. You have to reach out to her. Reach out to her, and reach out to me if you need any help with anything real estate related. I'm here, and we're here to help you.
That's right.
Woo!
Amazing. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. And feel free to DM us.
Yeah. We will see you at the top. And then my YouTube people here that have been watching. Christina's been watching. Bye-bye.